Hi guys, welcome to the Savvy Money Show with me, your host Sean. Today I'm not going to ask for a like or subscribe or sign up through my links. You've all heard it time before. What I will say though is leave a comment in the box below if you are unhappy. I've just had someone, I was asked to do some videos on a crash before, so I done 3 videos, one on what could cause a crash, one that could prevent a crash, and one that would be a fantasy, like unrealistic thing that could cause a crash, which would be Apple crashing and a few other companies, people profit taking from the other big companies, fearing a crash. And anyway, all this bad news came out about Apple, and stock price went down $10. I mean, what, $10? How much has Apple gone up? And someone has reported the video, it got took off. They've then gone through all my videos within the space of an hour and disliked them. Now, I always say, converse with me. If you want to dislike afterwards, fine, no problem. Then you dislike my video. But to go all the way through my videos and dislike them, a bit petty. Anyway, welcome to today's one. I'm describing why I've mentioned these videos, these companies recently, or why I'm buying into Revolve Group. Now, I'm not buying in for the retail side alone, I'm buying in for the data side. These little tags you have on them, it tells, if it lets them know what are being bought, what's in fashion, and what next season's fashion is going to be used. They will also use influencers rather than paying a lot of expensive advertising. They pay the money to influencers instead. This CEO and board have just said they're going to take a £1, the equivalent of £1 wages, rather than, because as I'm sure you know, Jack from Square, he has to take $2 just to keep it all above board, otherwise he wouldn't take a wage. And you it's the data side that I'm buying into. You can see it's at a low. It's not making a profit, but I think that will change. I looked into Activision Blizzard. Now this is a Goliath, and I've mentioned them before. Their recent jump is what's prevented me, but the recent jump is because the Xbox is coming out and they have so many games. I spend so much time on gaming, on Activision Blizzard's games. I remember Call of Duty. How many Call of Duties did I play? And I always complained they were too short. Now, and this is getting like Facebook. I always complain they're too high a PE ratio, and yet they just keep getting higher. Now, I looked at it, and then I've looked at EA, and Activision Blizzard is at 38, EA are at 13. And I know Activision give a 0.64 dividend and EA don't, but any dividend I will pay withholding tax on. So I prefer growth companies to. So I'm thinking I'll buy EA, hope for a dip on Activision Blizzard. If I get a dip, then I'll pick up some Activision Blizzard. Now we're going for a few others. This is Card Factory. I've said to a few people about Card Factory and they've asked me why. If you've ever gone outside a Card Factory, you'll know why. They are jam-packed to the rafters. They're not open during COVID-19 or the Rona for friends across the pond. PE ratio of 3.21. Never thought I'd see it at that. Dividend yield of 5.71. I'd consider that scrapped because they've been closed. Now you can see how high they were. Now you can 3x to 4x your money. Now there's been a lot of companies where they say you can 3x to 4x your money when we come out of this, but those companies aren't going back to their pre-COVID-19 figures. This is a company that will. Now, profit margin was at 11.43%, debt to assets 61%. Now, this will have furloughed all its staff, shut shop, and not been paying out anything. Now, I've gone through Barrick Gold and CVS Health. Done that. Capital One Financial is one that I just think is well undervalued, and P ratio is 6.3, dividend yield of 2.29. It's a payment in the payment game, and I think it's worth it. I've also added to my stored capital and ExxonMobil. Well, ExxonMobil is one that I picked up last week. I'll be picking up some more. It was at a PE ratio, price to book ratio of 1.24. And I'll see you in the next video. Remember, let me know in the comments box if I'm doing anything wrong. That way I can change and improve, rather than just disliking all my videos, unsubscribing or whatever. I am new to this. I've only been doing it a couple of months, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.